We are under this extreme planetary shift. Most definitely, the energies, the thoughts, the way that we take in information, what we do with that information, how we move throughout the world, all the truth that's been coming out about certain things, the way that people have becoming more health conscious over the last 10 or so years, just so many things. But we're going further into that after the experience of the pandemic, after the aliens coming out last year in the press. Certain things like that. It definitely have prompted for people to ask more questions and to be more aware. And so if you are into prophecy and different religious texts and things like that, if you're into astrology and numerology, certain things like that, then you can definitely see where our current times are matching all those different things, how all those different divinations can really break down and be almost a guide to show us that these things really are taking place. It is an exciting time to be alive, and on so many different levels, from politics to birthing, which is women taking our power back, from how we are handling health. I mean, there's just so many things over the last 3,000 to 4,000 years, how we have been in this cycle of being under religious construct and not asking questions and just following blindly without saying anything. And I'm not saying that you need to leave the religion or something is wrong with that. But I'm saying that so many of us are awakening. No matter what your belief system is, you are starting to ask questions and be more aware. Those of us who have been on your spiritual journey, or maybe you are just awakening into that. Maybe you're just now going into your spiritual journey and you're feeling this really heavy pull on you. You might be fatigued at some time of the day and you don't know why. You might feel emotional and you don't know why. You might have spouts and feelings of anger and certain things because of the shift. It's because of the change taking place. And there is a nudge and a pull on you because you have work to do, okay? You are supposed to be doing work when it comes to this, all right? And when I say work, I mean really grounding yourself spiritually, really finding out what exactly is it that I believe in, which route do I want to go with this. One of the best things you can do is take breaks from social media. Taking breaks from social media allows you to recharge your energy. We're nothing but energy sources housed inside of physical bodies, okay? You are a soul having a human experience. And it really isn't normal for us to be able to go on social media and get all of this information and these downloads from all over the world, all these different energies from all over the world. Our brains and our bodies really weren't made for that. We are adapting to that. And in the midst of that adaptation, we are picking up on people's energies. We are being distracted. There's so many things taking place. So I'm always inspiring or encouraging my light workers and starseeds to take frequent breaks from social media, even if it's a few days at a time. It's a really good thing to make yourself get into the habit of not starting your day with social media, not waking up and then as soon as you get up or before you even get out the bed, you're already on social media scrolling and stuff. Try to get yourself in the habit of doing something in place of that. Whether it's getting up and getting your tea or your coffee, whether it's laying there and going through a meditation, going through a series of what you want in life, what you want your life to look like, and feeling how good it feels to have those things. This is a more grounded and a better practice than starting your day by default with social media. So another thing that you could do just to prepare yourself for this shift and, to answer what's calling you is to explore, okay? Go on explorations, go on adventures, get out of your comfort zone. Go to whatever countries or cities and stuff that's been calling you. Don't do too much thinking. Okay? Know that you are guided, know that you are protected, really resonate with that and really feel that. And then go take yourself on whatever that thing is you need to explore, because Exploring for us is going into the unknown. And for the shifts and things that are about to take place, there's so much chaos that's going to be taking place. It already is. There's so many changes, so many shocking events, and they're all unknown. Like we don't specifically know everything that it's going to be or exactly when they're going to happen. So adventuring and exploring is kind of fine tuning your body and getting your brain connected and ready for that. Your guides, your, source, whatever it is that you believe in, they're going to come in and protect you and kind of carry you on the way as you go into your explorations. You're going to be getting all of these downloads and these realizations. It's going to have a lot to do with you being able to trust yourself in a time when it doesn't really look like you have no idea what's going to happen. And this training, this practice is ideal for the new world that we are shifting into. If you guys are into the Bible, you know the passage in the Bible that talks about people being out in the field and just disappearing, people walking down the street and just vanishing. What it's talking about is a consciousness shift. So in reality or physically, people are not literally going to just be like vanishing, like you're just walking with your child and then your child just disappears and now you're struggling your whole life to figure out what happened. That's why it's important to understand that the Bible speaks in so many metaphors and parables, okay? There's so many riddles, not just the Bible, the Quran and other religious texts. Back in those days, they almost never spoke direct. If you are into like Old English and things like that, then you know that it was almost always poetic and lots of stories were told. This is literally how they spoke. So it wasn't talking about people literally disappearing, okay? It was talking about the shift on the planet that's taking place right now. It was talking about people leaving the dimension that they are in, and that's not physical. The dimensions are already here. You just can't see them. So it's definitely talking about people disappearing, but in a mindset sense. We are going to be living in completely different worlds, and the world that people who are not going into this next level, going into the next world, the world that they're going to be living in is going to be a lot harder. It's going to be filled with a lot of karma, getting back karma. It's going to be filled with a lot of struggle and pain. It's going to be filled with anxiety and just, the mind not really being on your side. So it's important. Anyone or everyone that is going to this new world is supposed to go. All right. So that's really already aligned. But what this video is about is preparation for that. Preparation for what is to come and just kind of helping to be that physical 3D voice that a lot of you have already been feeling internally. Okay, so staying off of social media as much as you can or taking those breaks frequently is really good. Exploring is really good. Also, knowing that during this time, during this split that's going to be taking place, right, or people vanishing, okay, there is a lot of people in your life right now that you are going to be getting rid of. I shouldn't say a lot, okay? For some of you it is. But let's just say that there are definitely people that your path is going to be clearing out. And so during this time, you have friends and family, and you might go through something that you didn't expect, and you're like, what the heck? Like, how did it change? It was so good. We were vibing. What happened? This person just turned on me, disrespectful. I didn't even expect this. We had plans to do this and do our village and da-da-da-da-da. And this has actually been happening very commonly over the last 10, 11 years, really, because that's really when the shift started picking itself up, like 2012, 2013. But it's going to happen even more so now. And it's important that you are in alignment with this taking place, that you are not fighting against it, that you are not trying to force friendships and family connections, that you are not trying to manipulate them and find out, okay, well, why and where, because These people are not supposed to go with you. They are not supposed to, in order for you to go to this level where you're going to be carrying your light when things get dark, because it's going to get dark, okay? And you as your with your healing self, your light being self, your starseed self, you are going to be the one with the light. And so in order to do this, you have to come to terms with letting people go, with letting situations go. You have to know that it is the full-blown truth that it is all divine. There's not one event that takes place here that isn't meant to take place. And the illusion of friends and family and even partners, even our partners coming into our life and being meant to stay there forever, it's real. That's not how this thing goes. Like, even without a mandatory planetary shift, that's just not how Earth operates, okay? It's not, because whether you guys are splitting in your connection on Earth or someone is passing away and it's their time to go, it's just not a forever thing. But in this case, when we're talking about connections ending, and it might be traumatic, it might be triggering, okay? You might have gotten a real big elephant in the room, for this to take place. But you need to focus on not getting caught up in the 3D, not getting caught up on what happened and how this happened, and just embracing it, okay? Just embracing it. It's a part of trusting the process. So don't get too caught up in all the details of it. Let it go. Let the individuals go so that you can continue on and you can grab this torch and light the way, because shit about to get real. Okay? Now, if you guys been following me for a long time, then you guys have seen me talking back in like 2012 about the different shifts that are going to take place, about the importance of us homeschooling our children, about us needing to leave America, those of us that are called to and that are meant to. I have been talking about these things for a very long time. So the fact that I am feeling compelled to come on here and create this video, and I made a post about this the other day, it's only because things are picking up. It's only because it's happening, okay? It's happening even more, and it's time. So the other thing, or the last thing that I wanted to mention on just getting prepared for this time, is to do your research. Do your research, okay? The way that I like to do research, a lot of times, I have so many things that I research, like, throughout my day and periodically. But I also like to tune into source. I like to ask God, what do you want me to learn today? What do you want to give me today? And so I encourage you to practice this. Every time I do this, it is always on point. It's always something that I was needing to see to take me to another level. So just sit in front of your laptop or your phone and just say that out loud. Just make that request. What would you all like me to research today? What do you want me to know and to understand? And just let yourself flow. Let go and just let yourself go down whatever rabbit hole that you've been pointed to. This is really important because as you have your spiritual connection and you can feel the pull and you can feel what's going on and it's making you feel these different emotions and things like that, you need to know what is going on. Like, you need information to match what you're feeling, okay? If you are not highly intuitive already, technically we all are, but if you're not in tune with your intuition, then you may not be able to receive the download, not in your waking day, maybe in your dreams, which we dream every night, but not all of us remember what we're dreaming. So it's really important for you to intentionally go down some of those paths to finding out the connection between this. Like, okay, what's going on with this? What is connecting with this? I don't even want to like manipulate that and tell you what to research, because I want you to really go through the route that you're supposed to. And that is going to lead you guys to so many things. You're going to connect with how you are able to place your spiritual gifts into your careers. You're going to connect with different ways that you're supposed to be helping people. It's just going to be so many different layers if you can intentionally sit down and do research 10 minutes a day, an hour a day. Turn off your devices or off your social media and just kind of go within and allow for this information to run through you, and for you to be able to use it to your advantage, to really be able to process it and to come to terms with what it is and not be fearful about it, not have so much impulse to share and or ego, to debate things. None of that. This is not what this is about, okay? This is about prepping you and grounding you for the shift that has already begun and that will continue to take place. If you guys checked out one of my Earth is School episodes, I don't even know what I called it, but I know that I was giving a channel message there, and I shared with you guys different ways to not be so distracted by the tragic things that are taking place. And I talked about how painful they are to know that they exist and to watch it, but how internalizing it is creating fear portals within itself. And it's helping them, the ones who are connected with the system, the ones who have built it, the ones who want us in fear. And so when you take the time to ground yourself and to do the research, but stay level-headed in it, you are able to know what you're dealing with, okay? You're able to see what's being shared on social media and know the beast that is trying to tame you, okay? And like I said in my post about some of this the other day, as light workers, baby, we don't have time. We don't have the time to be distracted and to not be fearlessly grounded, because when these things continue to take place, we are the ones that have to help and steer the others into their light work and into their groundedness, reminding them that there's nothing to be afraid of, that even though that they might have seen this happening right in front of them, it doesn't mean this and that, So I just want to encourage you guys to stay grounded, but to do the work that helps you stay grounded, to connect with your tribe, even if it's just one individual. And I want to remind you that you're not crazy. You're not crazy. The feelings that you're getting, the downloads that you're feeling, the dreams that you're having, it is all divine. It is all a part of this shift. It's an exciting time. It's so exciting to be alive right now. It's so important for us to share these times with our children, because it won't be on Google. Google is not going to be sharing the different changes and shifts and things. So it's just really good for us to embrace what's happening and to not ignore what needs to be happening within us in order for these different changes to take place and for us to go into this new world in the way that we are meant to. All right, you guys, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, then please share. Let me know in the comments if you are one of these individuals, one of these star seeds that have been feeling this pull, that feel drained at days and you don't know why, or feel emotions out the blue. Let me know in the comments if you feel that and what you think is happening and taking place, and any ways that you might have, any tips that you might have for how to prepare for this time. Remembering that Earth is school and love is our teacher. There's no reason for the ego of debate and the ego of control. We have so much control that adults want to have over other individuals. Oh, don't talk about that. You shouldn't be saying that. Just relax. Just relax. Life is doing so much already. Why do you want to add to the stress and add to the contrast, okay? So without further ado, I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Make sure that you're subscribed if you're not. Share this video. Thumbs up. And until next time, thank you for vibing with a sister. Peace out.
I see you in the moonlight dancing, yeah. Only need one chance, girl, right here. One night stand, please don't have fear.